Hello, and welcome to Part 4 of the Igenity Beef Dashboard Walkthrough. In the previous section, Part 3, we discussed the indexes that currently come with Igenity Beef. In this next section, Part 4, we will actually be discussing how to create your own custom index, should the ones provided not exactly match your operations goals. As a reminder, please be sure to view Dashboard in Google Chrome for the best results. Once you go to igenitybeefdashboard.com, simply log in using the email and password that were provided to you. Once you have done that, you may click the Login button. Upon logging in, you will be taken to the home page view. Here, your Igenity Beef orders will be listed by order ID. If you wish to view multiple orders at once, simply click the checkbox next to those specific orders. Once you have selected all the orders you wish to view, simply click View Herd Results. As we discussed in the previous video, there is a Tools option available to you on the Herd page view. Simply select the drop-down Tools menu, and you can see the options available. In this portion, we will be discussing the Custom Index tool. To create a custom index, simply select this option. Now, let's assume that you, as a producer, have a different index or different end goal in mind. That's not a problem. Igenity Beef allows you to create your own custom index. Instead of using the toggle down menu to select one of the currently existing indexes, you can create your own. To do this, type the title of whatever you wish to call this index into the box provided. This is important because in order to save and use your index, you have to name it. Next, select the drop-down arrow and the list of traits available to add to your index will appear. Simply select whichever trait you would like to add based on your operations breeding goals. For example purposes, we have selected weaning weight and stayability as the top two traits in the index. We have also applied example weights at 25% for weaning weight and 30% for stayability. You are not limited to only two traits. To add any other traits, simply select the plus button that is provided. Again, for example purposes, a third trait, in this case docility, has been added. Now remember, the total amount of weight has to sum to 100%, regardless of a positive or negative weight applied to that trait. Therefore, in order for this example to equal 100, we have placed a 45% emphasis on docility. If at any time you change your mind about the index trait you have added, simply click the red X beside that trait and it will disappear. Don't forget, if you wish for a trait to have negative emphasis, such as birth weight or RFI, where a lower Igenity score is preferred, simply click the box beside that trait of interest. You may add as many traits to your index as you deem important. You are not limited to simply 2 or 3 traits. However, you must understand that adding more traits to your index is not necessarily best. As you add more traits, the weights applied have to be distributed more evenly, thus resulting in less change in those traits over time. Once you are happy with your index, simply click the Save Custom Index button in the bottom right-hand corner. That will save this index to your dashboard for future reference. It will now be available in the blue drop-down menu when you open the Custom Index box. After saving, simply click Add Column Now. Dashboard will then calculate the index value for every animal and add it to your dashboard. It is important to be aware, when creating a custom index, that all traits are somehow correlated. It makes sense that an animal with an increased weaning weight would have a subsequent high yearling weight as well as high carcass weight. To the right side of this page, you will see the confidence cattle index we used as a simple example. The 16 traits available for Igenity beef, ranging from birth weight to fat thickness, are provided, as well as the selection pressure applied to each of those traits. We placed a 30% emphasis on stayability, 45% on docility, and 25% on weaning weight. You can see, based on the column on the right or the graphical representation, the impact on the 1 to 10 scores for one generation of selection using this index. You can see that just because we selected for those 3 traits, we had an immense change in values for the other 13 traits provided. This shows that selection for a single trait may have an impact on others that may not be foreseen. If you have any questions or concerns about creating your own custom index, we would love for you to contact Neogen or your local territory rep. As always, we thank you for your continued support of Igenity Beef and our dashboard walkthroughs. If you have any questions, please contact us at igenity.support@neogen.com. We'd be happy to help.